just about to start my workout for today, and again today we are doing squats, lunges, abs, and push-ups. I am going to be increasing the difficulty by adding weight to each of those exercises. However, you do not need to add weight if you don't want to. Stick around because after the workout I will show you some equipment-free substitutions in case you don't have dumbbells or you just don't want to add weight to the workout. I am also incorporating 20 minutes of interval jump rope. I have my timer set for 10-second rest intervals and 50-second work intervals times 5 rounds. So we're going to be doing that 4 times in between the other exercises. If you don't have a jump rope, it's fine. You can eliminate the jump rope sections altogether if you want, or you can substitute with some other type of cardio, and we will talk about what to do if you don't have a jump rope after the workout. So if you do have a jump rope and you want to jump rope with me today, go ahead and grab it. If you want to add weight to the squats, lunges, abs, and push-ups, grab a set of dumbbells. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, so starting with our 10-second rest interval, just so we have a few seconds to get ready and we don't lose anything off the work interval, and now we're gonna jump rope for 50 seconds. Here we go. 10 seconds rest. And now another 50-second work interval. Do your best. Okay, I know these 50-second work intervals are really hard for jump rope, but we only have one left. Let's push. So that's our first 5 minutes. We will be doing that a total of 3 more times. So 4 5-minute jump rope segments for a total of 20 minutes of interval jump rope. And each time will be on 10-second rest intervals and 50-second work intervals times 5 rounds. So now we're going to start with our lunges. I'm doing side jump lunges. And I'll be holding on to my 10-pound dumbbells while I'm doing the side jump lunges. So they're gonna go quite a bit slower than doing them without any added weight. 10 pounds is a good weight for me. I find this nice and challenging. You may need something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength and on your level of fitness. So please make the decision that is best for you. If you don't have dumbbells, you can hold on to household items like water bottles or cans of soup for this exercise if you would like. We're just gonna start in a side lunge position like this. I'm gonna let the weights just kind of fall to either side of my standing leg. Now I'm gonna jump and switch the legs and just keep jumping and switching the legs. So each jump is 1 rep. We're doing 40 reps, okay? So when you're ready, here we go. Starting in your side lunge position, jump and switch the legs, jump and switch the legs. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, we're going to 40. Thirty-five, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So that's it for that exercise. Lunges are already done for the day. We're doing 40 reps of everything. 40 squats, 40 lunges, 40 reps of our ab exercise, and 40 push-ups. For the next exercise, I'm actually going to combine my squats and my push-ups into one really tough combo. And And we're gonna do 40 sets in a row. So that's gonna be the bulk, like the main part of this workout. But first we're gonna do another 5 minutes of interval jump rope when you're ready. So this is 10 seconds rest. And we're on 50-second work intervals again. Here we go. I'm getting frustrated because I'm tripping so much over my jump rope today. That was 4, just 1 interval left, and then we'll move on. Here's the timer. That's 5 minutes. So you can stop anytime you want. Moving on to our push-up and squat combo. I was saying that I'm getting frustrated because I'm tripping over my jump rope so much today. I'm doing my best. I'm also doing my best not to let the frustration overtake me and dictate my mindset for the rest of the workout. Just remember that all you can do is your best. You're out here putting in the work. That's the important part. At the end of the 5 minutes, when the timer does that long series of beeps to let me know that time is up, I like to keep skipping until the beeping stops. As soon as the beeping starts, that means our 5 minutes is up, and you can stop as soon as you hear the beeping. You don't have to keep going with me, but it's like an extra 15, 20 seconds or so until the beeping stops. And I like to keep jumping rope until the beeping stops, just to finish strong and to feel like I'm making up for some of that time I lost while I was tripping over my jump rope. We've done 10 jump rope intervals so far, and out of those 10, I think I've done 2 clean without any tripping. So, you know, you don't have to keep going after the beeping starts, but if you want to, that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm doing it. Okay. So next, I'm going to be doing a renegade row push-up plus a weighted jump squat. So my weights are here on the ground. I'm gonna hold on to the weights, starting in a plank position. I'm gonna do a push-up while holding on to the dumbbells. And then I'm gonna do 2 rows, 1 on each side. So bending the elbow and bringing the weight up towards the shoulder on that same side. Now you can step or jump the feet back in, and then I'm gonna do a weighted jump squat. So holding on to the weights, I'm gonna start down here in my squat position, jump up, put the weights back down, and that's 1 set. I'm counting that because I don't want to do any more of these than I have to, so even though it was a bit slow, I'm gonna count it. I will talk you through a couple more, and then we'll start to pick up the pace a little bit. We're doing a total of 40 sets. So counting that as my first set. Here we go. So renegade row push-up. Push up on the dumbbell, row the weight, row the other weight. Now step or jump the feet in, and from your squat position, jump up, put the weights back down. That's 2. So push up, row, row, jump the feet in, jump up. That's 3. Okay, we're doing 40 of these, so do your best. I'll probably get to 10 and then take a little rest break, and maybe to pace myself for 40, I'll plan on breaking them up into sets of 10. So let's try to do another 7 without stopping if we can, and then we'll take a little rest break. All right, so picking up my count at 3, I'm gonna do 7 more. So I think that was 10. I feel like I may have miscounted. My mind was wandering, as always. So I may have done an extra rep, I'm not sure. But I feel certain that that was at least 10. Might have been 11, I'm not sure. All right. I definitely am not able to do more than 10 of these without stopping, at least not today. So I'm taking a nice long rest break here, obviously, like a full minute or two. And so I feel like I really have enough strength to continue on with good form and piece together some more quality reps and hopefully finish a set of 10 unbroken. Only continue when you feel like you're ready to continue with good form. Never sacrifice your form for speed, and if 40 sets of these are too many for you, you can cut them in half. You can do 20 sets. Make whatever changes you need to make it work for you. If 40 sets is too many with the weights, you can do the first 10 or 20 with weights and then finish up the last 20 without weights. Remember, you can always drop down to a lighter set of weights. You can drop the weights all together, okay? Make whatever changes and modifications you need to make it work for you, to suit your current fitness level, to suit your time constraints, to suit, your level of strength and what you have available to you, okay? All right, now that's been like 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and start on the second set of 10. Hopefully I can do them without stopping. I'm gonna just do my best. All right, here we go. Picking up my count at 10. That's 15. I'm not taking a full 2-minute rest break, just about 20-30 seconds. And I'm gonna push through and finish up these last 5. There's 19. One more. That was 20. I did warn you that these were gonna be tough and they were gonna take a long time. I'm halfway there. I'm gonna rest for probably another 2 minutes or so. And then I would like to see if I can do my next set of 10 the way I did the last set. So the first 5 without stopping and without really slowing down too much. And then see if I can just take a short 20 or 30 second rest break, finish up with the last 5. So far I've been resting for still under 1 minute. I don't think I need another full minute of rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I will do my best to get through, again, 5 without stopping, without slowing down too much, hopefully, and then I'll take another little rest break. It might need to be longer than 20 or 30 seconds this time. I'll do my best. But picking up my count at, and now with all that chit-chatting, it's still been less than 2 minutes, so, okay. Picking up my count at 20. All right, here we go. When you're ready. So that was 25 for me. Trying to keep this rest break to about 30 seconds or so if I can. I'm not looking at my watch, I'm just kind of estimating what 20 to 30 seconds feels like. All right, 5 more reps. We only have 15 more to go all day. So when you're ready, let's finish up this set of 10. That's 26. That's 28. 2 more, let's push. Last one, come on. All right, that's 30. Let me just see where I am. It's 29, okay. I'm gonna take another long minute or 2 rest break before I tackle my final set of 10. That was 30 reps all day. We just have to do 10 more. The push-ups are hard, but for me, it's that weighted jump squat. I find that exercise so incredibly challenging. Jump squats without any weights are tough enough, but adding 20 pounds to it, oh, my quads just get so fatigued. I mean, this little combo, if you take it as one exercise, is a full body exercise. I mean, there's nothing that's not working. And for me, there's nothing that's not jelly right now. We're at just about a minute rest right now. So, if you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start my final set of 10. So I'm picking up my count at 30. I'm gonna try my best again to get through the first 5 without stopping or slowing down too much, and then I'll take another like 20-30 seconds rest. We're still well under 2 minutes rest, so I'm feeling strong enough that I can continue, so I'm going to continue. Here we go. That's 35. Just a short rest here. Doing my best to keep it under 30 seconds if I can. And then we'll finish up with our last 5 reps. Okay, we're almost at 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and get started on these final 5 reps. That's 36. 37. 38. Just 2 more, and then we're all done with these. Let's push. 39. Last rep. Push up. Row. Row. Squat and jump. That's 40. Raise your hand if you still raise the roof. Nobody's hands goes up. Remember that? Raise the roof? Of course you do. Who doesn't remember raise the roof? Don't be ridiculous. All right. It took so long, my timer shut off. So now, that's squats, lunges, and push-ups, SLAP. So all we have left to do is our ab exercise, but first another 5 minutes of interval jump rope. So the timer is still set for 10-second rest intervals, 50-second work intervals times 5 rounds. So when you're ready, here we go. This is our 10-second rest interval. And now we're gonna skip for 50 seconds. Do your best, here we go. Ay, ay, ay. Can't even do 10 without tripping. ay, ay. This is our last work interval, but I'm gonna do one more. So there's the timer. Our 5 minutes is up. You can stop anytime you want. So that's our 5 minutes. We're moving on to abs. But first, I'm gonna do one more jump rope interval, just because that was such a mess. I spent so much time tripping over my jump rope, and I think it was on my 3rd interval. I was so frustrated, I just needed to sit out the rest of the interval and breathe and refocus and try to like let it go, let the frustration go. So I'm gonna do just one more interval. You don't have to. If you wanna join me, feel free. This is 10 seconds rest. Just gonna do one more 50-second jump rope interval before I move on to abs. better. I'm glad I made the decision to do that because that was a very frustrating set of jump rope for me. Just couldn't get my feet up. I was tripping so much. And I do my best not to let the frustration have control over me, but I'm only human. I'm not trying to trip over my jump rope. I'm trying to do the exact opposite. I'm trying to specifically not trip on the jump rope. I'm trying to jump over the jump rope. So when I'm tripping all over my jump rope, I think it's only normal to be frustrated because that's absolutely not what I'm trying to do. So I just needed a few seconds to regain my composure, and once I did, I was able to string together 2 nice clean sets and I feel much better. So that's just a decision you have to make for yourself. Okay, ab exercise. So I'm doing a single leg toe touch, and I'm going to be holding onto just one dumbbell for this exercise. I have one hand on either side of the dumbbell. I'm going to start with my arms extended overhead. Now I'm going to sit up and I'm going to lift one leg straight up, and I'm going to bring the dumbbell up to meet the toes on that foot. And then I'm going to put the foot back down, and I'm going to stretch forward and bring the dumbbell forward to touch both toes. Then return to the starting position. That's one rep. I'll be alternating sides. So now lifting the other leg and bringing the dumbbell up to touch the toes on that foot. Now put the leg down and continue. This is going to be one straight continuous motion. Continue reaching forward with the dumbbell, touch the toes, and then return to your starting position, okay? Alternating sides. I'm going to be alternating sides, or am I? I'm not going to alternate sides. I'm going to count all of that as one rep, okay? So I'm going to count like this. We're starting. So these reps are going to count. That's the exercise, and I'm going to count it like this. Ready? Here we go. So lift one leg, bring the dumbbell up to touch the toes, and now reach forward, touch both toes, return to the starting position. Now the other leg, bring the dumbbell up to touch the toes, and return to the starting position. So that's one rep, okay? So single leg lift, competition sit up. That's, oh, now other leg, that's not 2, that's 2, okay? And I'm gonna be sliding backwards for this whole exercise. All right, so counting those as my first 2 reps. Here we go, we're going to 40. So single leg toe touch, competition sit up, and now other side, single leg toe touch, competition sit up. So that's 3. 4. 5. 10 reps. And we're going to 40, so we have to do that 3 more times. If that's too many reps for you, you can just count them, like single count them. So that what I'm counting is 1 rep would actually be 2 reps for you, okay? So you would be alternating sides. So if you're single counting them, it would look like this. It's gonna look the same, but you'll just count that as 1 rep, and now on the other side, you'll count as the next rep, okay? But I'm counting that as 1 rep. So that's rep number 11 for me, all right? So I'm gonna keep double counting them like this. 12. 13. 14. 15 if you're double counting. Two more. That's 19. And that's 20 for me. If you are not double counting them, then that was rep number 40, and you can be done, because we're doing 40 reps of everything. If you started double counting them with me, and it's getting too difficult, you're getting too fatigued, remember you can always drop the weight if you want to keep going. Okay, you can switch to a lighter weight, or you can drop the weight altogether. I'm taking a little rest break because holy moly, my arms, my abs, everything is jelly. I made the decision to double count these at the very last second, but I'm glad I did because it's a good exercise and we've been going not quite an hour, so this will take us about an hour. I just think it's better this way, for me anyway. You make the decision that's best for you. Let's tackle our next set of 10. I am picking up my count at 20. When you're ready, here we go. That's 28 for me. One more, and then I'll take another little rest break. Oh, that's 30. So again, this is a 10-pound dumbbell. Holding both of my 10-pound dumbbells for this exercise would be way too much weight for me. But if you're really strong and you want to hold more weight, you can always hold both of your dumbbells together. And if you're using light dumbbells, like if you're using 3 pound or 5 pound dumbbells, you can try holding them together so that you would also be holding a total of 10 pounds of weight or 6 pounds of weight, depending on how heavy your dumbbells are. So just use what you've got. Use it in whatever way is gonna work for you. All right. I have just 10 reps left to go. If you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. I am going to start now, finishing up with my final 10 reps of abs. Here we go. That's 31. 32. 33. We're getting there. 34. 35. Almost done. This is the home stretch, you guys. Only 5 reps left to go. Let's push. 36. 37. 38, just 2 more, push. 39, last one. 40, good job. All right, if I hustle, and get right into my final jump rope section, I can finish in just exactly 1 hour. So, let's hustle. Here we go. Oh, my timer shut off again because those abs took so long because I decided to double count them at the last minute. All right, as soon as you're ready, I'll wrap with my jump rope. 5 more minutes of interval jump rope. So I have not changed my timer. This is our 10-second rest interval, and now a 50-second work interval times 5 rounds. Seconds is a really long interval for jump rope, so just do your best and really make the most of that 10-second rest interval. So really try to slow down your breathing, and here we go. more seconds. We're almost finished. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpees. So we have just 1 rep left to go. However, when I do a workout that includes jump rope, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope, meaning 100 revolutions of the rope. It is completely optional. And any style of jump rope you would like to do is fine. The only important thing is that we're counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So if you would like to join me for a quick little bonus, here we go. Say count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that was 100. So that's our little jump rope bonus. And now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. Final rep of the day. When you're ready, here we go. Equipment-free substitutions. For those of you who need a body weight workout, starting with side jump lunges, you can just do side jump lunges without any added weight. They'll go by much faster. So if you want to double the reps, since you're not adding any weight, that is up to you, but you're just gonna do the exact same exercise without holding on to any weights. So with squats and lunges, remember that you want your shoulders back and down. When I say back, I mean, feel like you're kind of pinching your shoulder blades together. And when I say down, I mean away from the ears. So not up here, push them down, push them back. That's gonna help keep your chest lifted high. And you wanna make sure that your entire core is engaged the whole time, okay? So tighten those abs, keep your back flat, and think of pushing your booty back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. That's gonna help keep your back flat and the weight in your heels, okay? So those are the things you wanna remember with your squats and lunges. So shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, strong, tight, engaged core, push the booty back, keeping the back flat and the weight in the heels, okay? So starting in my side lunge position, so I'm pushing my booty back. My back is flat, my chest is lifted high, and the weight is in the heel of this standing foot, okay? So from the other side, it looks like this, okay? Weight is in the heel of this standing foot. Push the booty back, keep the back flat, chest lifted high. That's your starting position. And then from there, you're just gonna jump and switch legs. Now work to your own level. Your range of motion might not allow you to sink very deep into your lunge, especially if you're a beginner. So if you are able to sink all the way down into your lunge so that you can actually tap the floor or the ground or tap your toe, that's great. If not, if you can only come down this far, then that's fine. Sink as low into the lunge as you can without sacrificing your form. So if it gets to the point that you need to round your back, you want to reach down and touch the ground, but you're having to round your back to do it, I would rather just have you shorten up your range of motion and come here. Only sink as deep into the lunge as you can sink with a flat back, okay? So if you're able to come all the way down and touch the ground, great. If not, just come here. And from that position, you want to just go ahead and jump and switch the legs. So now I'm just gonna jump and switch the position of my feet so that now this is my standing leg. So I'm kind of staying centered the whole time and just my feet are jumping back and forth, okay? So jump and switch the legs, jump and switch the legs. So you can double count them if you want so that you'll end up doing a total of 40 reps on each leg. If you're not adding weight, that's totally up to you. So you can count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I was counting my lunges, but I was going a lot slower and I was increasing the difficulty because I was holding on to 20 pounds of additional weight while I was doing that. So if you're not holding on to weight, you may choose to double count them so that your reps will look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? That's your decision, but that is your equipment-free modification for the side jump lunges. And remember that for that exercise, if you want to hold on to water bottles or cans of soup, household items will work as well. So any type of weight you want to hold on to for that is fine. Remember again that my dumbbells weigh 10 pounds a piece, and that is a good weight for me, but you may need to use something lighter or heavier. So that's going to depend on your strength and on your level of fitness. It's also going to depend on what you have available to you, because if you only have a set of 5-pound dumbbells, then obviously use a set of 5-pound dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells and you're going to be using cans of soup or bottles of water, you're not going to be able to find a 10-pound can of soup, and you're not going to be able to fill a water bottle with 10 pounds of weight. So obviously in that case, it depends on what you have available to you. So water bottles may be light, but it's better than nothing if you want to add weight. So it depends on what you have available to you and also how hard you want to push yourself today. So for example, with the side jump lunges, I was doing them with 10-pound weights today. I can do that, that's doable for me. I was able to complete all 40 reps without stopping. But you know, on another day, I might do that same exercise with my 5-pound dumbbells because I want to go faster or I want to do more reps. So you have to make the decision that's best for you, but please weigh all of those factors when choosing your weights. The other thing I want to say before I get into the equipment-free modification for the push-up and squat combo, let me wait for the plane. The other thing I wanted to say is that my dumbbells are shaped like hexagons here, which means that they are flat on the bottom. Some dumbbells are round here, except they have a flat bottom, and some dumbbells are round all the way around. So if you are using dumbbells for this workout, but your dumbbells are not flat on the bottom, if they're round all the way here, all the way around, please don't use them for the push-ups. I was doing my push-ups with my dumbbells on the ground, and I was holding on to my dumbbells, putting my entire body weight on the dumbbells while I did my push-up. And then I was doing rows so that I had one hand, I have my entire body weight just in one arm on one dumbbell. So if your dumbbells are rounded here, they could roll around on you. You're gonna fall, you're gonna chip a tooth, you're gonna break your nose. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So please make sure if your dumbbells are not flat on the bottom, don't use them for the push-ups. These planes are driving me bananas. Okay, so moving on, where was I? Okay, so if you are using dumbbells or some other sort of weight that's not flat on the bottom, I would like you to not use them for the push-ups, but you can still use them to add weight to your jump squat. So your exercise would look like this. You can have your dumbbells here, and then just come down, put your hands flat, put your palms flat on the floor or the ground, and then step or jump your feet out and do your push-up with your hands flat on the ground. And then you can step or jump the feet back in. And then from here, you can grab your weights and do your weighted squat jump. Put the weights down, put the hands back on the ground. Step or jump the feet back, push up, jump the feet in, grab the weights, and do your jump squat. I was doing renegade row push-ups. So if you are not holding on to weight for your push-ups, you can just do a regular push-up like I just showed you, or you can do any push-up variation you want. If you want, you can still add the rows because your dumbbells are right here. So what you could do is do your push-up with your hands flat on the floor or the ground, and then grab one dumbbell, keeping the other hand flat on the ground, roll the weight, put that weight down, and now put that hand flat on the ground. And with your other hand, grab the other dumbbell, roll the weight, put the weight down, jump the feet in, and then continue. Grab your weights and jump up. So if you want to do the renegade row push-ups, but you have rounded weights, you can do that. Just do your push-up with your palms flat on the ground, and then do your plank rows one at a time, always keeping one hand flat on the ground and never putting your weight on a rounded dumbbell. That's another option, but really any push-up variation that you want to do is fine. So if you need an equipment-free modification, here is how you can do a bodyweight version of that exercise. It's basically just going to be a burpee, because if you think about it, you're doing a push-up and then you're doing a squat jump, and that's essentially what a burpee is. So you can come down and put your hands flat on the floor or the ground in front of you. You can step or jump your feet back so that you're in a plank position. Do your push-up. So you can just do a regular push-up, or you can do any other push-up variation you want, and then you can step or jump the feet back in. And then from here, just do your squat jump without any added weight. So it's really just a burpee. So a couple of quick suggestions for push-up variations that you can do if you want to kind of mimic what I was doing with the Renegade Row push-ups. If you're not using any weight, there's nothing to row. So you're not going to do a row, but you can do something similar, something that kind of mimics that movement, something that is going to require you to balance on one arm while in a plank position. So there are several different push-up variations. So you could do this. You could come down and have your hands a little bit wider apart. Kick or jump your feet back or step them back, whatever you want to do. Do your push-up from this position with your hands wide apart. And then lift one hand at a time. I've always called these sumo push-ups. I don't know if they have any other names, but you could do that. And then step or jump the feet back in. And then do your jump squat. You could do shoulder taps. So come down, put your hands flat on the ground or the floor in front of you, step the feet back into plank or jump them back if you want. Do your push-up, and then you could do a couple of shoulder taps, jump the feet in, and then your squat jump. Okay, so any push-up variation is fine, but that's a couple of ideas for variations that are somewhat similar to the Renegade Row push-ups that I was doing. Just please make sure you're minding your form on your push-ups. So remember that when you are doing a push-up, you want your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders. If you're doing knee push-ups, then you want one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. But the point is that you don't want to let your hips drop down like this, okay? So keep those hips lifted high. If your hips are actually a bit elevated like this, that's fine. You're not going to hurt yourself like this, and it'll actually make the push-ups just a bit easier. So if you need to have your hips raised a little bit, it's not ideal, but it's fine. Don't worry too much about it. I'd rather have that than this, okay? But ideally, you want your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders, and then you're going to lower your chest to the ground, bending your arms, keeping your body in one straight line. Lower your chest to the ground if you can, and then press those palms into the ground, push yourself up. Again, making sure your body stays in one straight line the whole time. So if you can only come halfway down, that's fine, but don't try to compensate for that by lowering your hips down to the ground or by bobbing your head down to the ground, okay? Those are very common mistakes, so don't beat yourself up, but just be aware of it, okay? So if you need to shorten up your range of motion, that's fine. You can just go down halfway. Only lower your body down as low to the ground as you can without sacrificing your form, without breaking that one straight line from your heels to your shoulders, okay? I think a lot of times people, they know they want to get their chest all the way down to the ground, or they know they want to get their body all the way down to the ground. So a lot of times I think people get halfway and then they are not able to continue bending their arms to lower their chest down to the ground. So they will kind of try to trick themselves into thinking they're getting all the way down to the ground by lowering their hips down. Something touched the ground, so, but it's not what we want touching the ground. Or they'll try to trick themselves into thinking they're getting all the way down by bobbing their head down. But as you can see, my forehead is touching the ground, but my chest is nowhere near the ground. So mind your form. Don't drop your hips, don't bob your head up and down. Keep your body in one straight line, either from your heels to your shoulders or your knees to your shoulders. Work to your own level. So if you need to shorten up your range of motion, that's fine, but only lower yourself as close to the ground as you can without breaking that line, okay? I know it's the same speech every day, but it's so important that you're doing the exercises with proper form. I don't want anyone getting hurt, so please make sure you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin. If there's anything I don't cover in the video, if you have any doubt whatsoever, any questions at all about how to do these exercises properly, please just ask. I am always here to help with that. Our last exercise was abs. So again, I was holding on to one 10-pound dumbbell. If your dumbbells are lighter, you can hold 2 of them. If you're using cans of soup or water bottles, something else that's a little bit on the lighter side, you can hold on to 2 weights, that's fine, or you can hold on to 1 weight the way I was. But for this exercise, if your dumbbells are rounded on the ends, that's fine. Water bottles, cans of soup, any kind of household item like that will work. If you need an equipment-free modification because you don't have anything that you can use for weight or you just don't want to add weight to the exercise, that is totally fine. You can do the same thing without holding on to any weight. So you're going to start down here on your mat, and now you're going to, I just have, let me think. Yeah, you can extend your hands up overhead or you can keep them at your side, whatever's more comfortable for you. It doesn't matter because we're not lifting anything. But you're just gonna lift one leg and then you'll bring the opposite hand up to touch the toes on that foot. So lift the leg and bring the hand up to touch the toes, and then you'll continue forward and do your competition sit-up. So a competition sit-up, what I've always called a competition sit-up is this. So if you're starting from this position with your arms extended overhead and your legs straight, you're gonna sit up and then reach forward and touch the toes, and then return to your starting position, okay? So I don't know who named them, but I always call these competition sit-ups because that's what Zuzka Light called them, so that's what I call them. So I'm kind of just combining a single leg toe touch with a competition sit-up. So single leg toe touch, touch the toes, and then continue forward and touch both feet with both hands. Oh my God. Sometimes when I try to explain what I'm doing, I make it sound so much more complicated than it is. You're just reaching forward and touching your toes, okay? And then return to the starting position, alternate sides. So now lift the other leg and touch the toes with the opposite hand. Continue your motion forward, reaching forward and touching the toes with both hands, okay? So I was double counting them, but I made the decision to do that like on the fly. So I was counting like this, touch the toes, competition sit up, return to the starting position, other leg, competition sit up, return. I was counting that as 1 rep. So this, plus the same thing on the other side, was 1 rep, okay? And I was doing 40 reps all day, so if that's too many for you, you can single count them, which means you'll be alternating sides and you'll end up doing a total of 20 reps on each side for a total of 40 reps on the day. Okay, so if you prefer, you can count them like this. Touch the toes, competition setup, that would be 1. Other leg, that would be 2. 3, 4. Okay, so you can single count them or you can double count them like I was. Whatever works for you is fine. And of course, the last thing we were doing was jump rope. So if you don't have a jump rope, I mentioned at the start of the workout that you can eliminate the jump rope sections entirely and just do your 40 reps of side jump lunges and then your 40 reps of the push-up squat combo and then finish up with 40 reps of abs. And that can be your workout today. That would be fine as a standalone workout. So that's one option. Option number 2, you can just pretend to jump rope. So they actually sell jump ropes without the rope. It's literally just 2 handles that you hold on to and jump over an imaginary rope. So if you're already jumping over an imaginary rope, I don't see why you can't hold on to imaginary handles to do that, right? So you can just jump rope like this, just pretend you're jumping rope. So I always kind of jog in place like this while I jump rope, so you can just do this, okay? Or if you prefer jumping with your feet together, but you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend to jump rope with your feet together. That works too, okay? You can also just do any other type of cardio exercise you want. So you could do high knees, you could do jumping jacks, okay? You could do mountain climbers, any kind of cardio exercise you want to do is fine. Just keep in mind that we're doing really long work intervals. It's only 5 minutes at a time, but I think something like high knees might be difficult to do for 5 minutes on 50-second work intervals. So it's going to depend on your stamina, but you could always make yourself a little circuit. You could do, so there's 5 intervals, right? We're on 10-second rest intervals, 50-second work intervals times 5 rounds. So you could do, for your first interval, you could do high knees, and then 10 seconds rest. For your next interval, you could do mountain climbers, and then 10 seconds rest. Next interval could be jumping jacks, so that's yet another option. If you have an exercise bike or a treadmill, you can hop on one of those for 5 minutes while I'm jumping rope. Each jump rope segment was 5 minutes long, so while I'm doing that, you can hop on your exercise bike or your treadmill if you have access to something like that. That's another option. If you want to take this workout to the park, you could, if there's a dirt track or something, you could run. You could run for 5 minutes, or run like a half mile or a mile, depending on how fast you run. Let me wait for the plane. If there's a park close by that has steps, you could do up and down the steps for 5 minutes. If you have access to the field at your local high school, you could run around the track for 5 minutes, half mile or mile, depending on how fast you run, or you could do up and down the bleachers for 5 minutes. You could do the same thing if you live in an apartment building and you have steps in your apartment building, up and down the steps for 5 minutes. Or if you have, if you're doing this workout in your living room and you have a 2-story house, you can go up and down your own stairs inside of your home for 5 minutes. That's another option. So basically, the point is that you want to get 5 minutes of cardio. So any way you want to get that done is fine. And if you don't want to do the cardio sections, you can eliminate them. Hopefully that covers everything. As always, if you have questions, if anything was unclear about the format, if you have questions about the specific exercises we were doing today, if you need to see beginner modifications, please just ask. It is very important to me that all of my workouts are accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. If you did this workout with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who's been working out with me lately. And even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It means the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a gigantic thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. I appreciate you all very much. And one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, there are 2 types of people in this world, those who like Neil Diamond and those who don't. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says there are 2 types of people in this world, those who like Neil Diamond and those who don't. That is it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.